Hello, my name is Archibald Chesterfield III. I'm a YouTube entertainer and celebrity, and I'd like to thank you for watching this video. Hello, Archie Luxury channel, Paul Pluta channel. Today I'm doing paid watch reviews because I don't fucking do shit for free, fuckers. Quick wristwatch check. Patek Philippe 5110 world time in yellow fucking gold. Okay, fuckers, we're doing a paid review. This is for Ben. And he goes, "Dear Archie, I PayPal'd you £20. I've got a two-piece collection. Can you review it and tell me what you think? Tell me what I could buy next." Here they are, side by side, a Rolex 116600 Sea Dweller and a Cartier Ceinture Automatique. And he comes on to say there, he comes on to tell me, he goes, "The last time I asked you to review, I asked you whether to go Omega or Rolex. You said Rolex and I acted upon your advice. I have no experience with Omega to compare, but so far I'm very happy with the Rolex I picked up, which is the 116600 ceramic Sea Dweller introduced at Baselworld 2014. I found an example without box or papers for £6,000. The recommended retail is £9,650. That's good value to me because I don't need a stupid box or papers. That shit does nothing but take up space. I also could buy with confidence because I got it from a brick and mortar store and did get a receipt. I really think there is no other Rolex diver I'd be happy with because I hate that shitty clasp and those aluminum bezel inserts on the 5-digit ones. But I also don't like the super case of most of the 6-digit models. Unlike the 116610 Submariner, the ceramic, the Sea Dweller does not have the super case. Here they are. Okay, he's going on and on and on. And there's more to it. It lacks the Cyclops whilst retaining the date. It is only 40mm, non-Milgauss Rolex diver with a fully graduated bezel. I can keep it on during exercise, built like a rock, so I don't have to leave it in a locker. I really love the old school look, but apparently nobody else does because the thing got knocked from the Rolex and replaced by the 126600, which is larger, which is bigger and has a Cyclops. I can't see how anyone else doesn't love this thing, which manages both more elegant and more tough than the sub. Oh well, pearls before swines. Here's some glam shots of me wearing the thing. The other piece I still own and wear is the Cartier Ceinture Automatique in white gold. It was my first blue chip watch I ever bought myself, and I think it's the Bomb Digi. It's 30 by 30, which is 30 by 30 mil, which is of course tiny, and I was ridiculously overcharged. I paid about £5,000 for it. Yeah, it is on the high side, but it is an automatic 18K Cartier. Don't forget that. You know, I mean, that is, but I don't care. I absolutely had to have this one, and this one is very rare indeed. It crushes anything modern day Cartier can muster. It doesn't have the opaline brass dial they put on these days. It has enamel dial. It makes all the difference in the world. It makes no mention of fucking Switzerland. It has a Paris under the 6, the 6. Which is now how things are supposed to be, since Cartier isn't a Swiss watchmaker, it's a puffy French jeweler and should identify as such. It has an automatic movement, which is good because it doesn't have a second hand. If this were manual wind, I'd never notice it ran out of juice, and I'd always have to have it dead on my wrist all the time, like Andy Warhol or something. Another thing I like about it is the crown is integrated in the case, which makes it less prone to catching. That isn't unnecessary because these things are a bit fragile. And he sent me some pics. Cheers from Amsterdam, Ben. Yes, yes, yes. So let's have a look at Ben's collection there. So he's two-piece collection. The Rolex 116600 Sea Dweller and a Cartier Ceinture automatic, which I gotta say, you know, that Cartier, I actually had a ladies one years ago, and they are delicate. They are. I got ripped off when I sold it to a fucking dealer. I should never have sold it. I sold it cheap. Sold it for 1,000 Aussie just to get rid of the fucking thing. And I don't know why I was in a hurry to do that. It was a cool piece. It was cool. I must admit, I was stupid. We all make stupid mistakes. Mind you, paying £5,000 for one. Holy fuck me dead. Fuck me dead. Fuck me dead. But it is an automatic and it is white gold. So now you're thinking there, you got I think the Rolex is a great way. You got the Brute and the dress watch, which is that's a good two-piece collection there. I don't see anything that is wrong with that at all. I think that, look, I understand what you're saying, the Sea Dweller versus the Sub. I think they're both good, okay? It's different ones for different people. I can't criticize one and say it's a shitter when, you know, it's wrong. It's wrong to do that. It's not my caper. It's not my caper. I think the Sea Dweller and the Submariner are two fucking wonderful watches. And I'm really pleased that you, as a Sea Dweller owner, you love your one to bits. That's good. I think they are both very cool. I've always said the Sea Dweller is super cool. I wouldn't really criticize the I really wouldn't criticize the Submariner, however, because I think it's a great watch, and they are so damn cool. They are very, very cool. So yep, that's quite okay. I understand what you're saying there. So let's have a bit of a talk there. So you're saying, yep, you got your two pieces. That's really good stuff there. What do I think of these two pieces? Well, I think it's a nice little collection. I think it's beautiful. You've got a vintage dress Cartier, and you've got a really robust, strong Rolex sports diver, which you can't really go wrong at all with that there. What would I add as a third watch? Look, I would probably say to you, I would possibly say, why don't you add an Omega Speedmaster Man on the Moon? That's kind of, I'm thinking, the third watch to add there. Or you could add a GMT, but it's kind of nice with your collection. You've got a Cartier, you've got a Rolex. I would possibly add an Omega Speedmaster Man on the Moon. That's the next piece I'd add. It's kind of nice to have one watch from each brand, you know. No, and that's a hard one because Rolex has so many good watches there. You want to have two of them, but I really do think it's a really nice collection. That Cartier is really unusual. That's quite an unusual watch, and they've kind of, with that crown there, they've reintroduced that on some, you know, that ball on blue. It's got the sort of the bezel, the, you know, special bezel. So it's kind of a predecessor to that. I wouldn't be too hard. Look, life is like this. Don't regret the things you did. Regret the things you didn't do. That's probably the best way I would say there. And I really do. I've got nothing against that Cartier. You may have paid a bit high, but doesn't matter. In life, you know, I look at some of the stupid things I spent money on. You know, women I've given fucking diamond rings to, and fuck me dead. Does that really, you know, that's fucking painful. I'll never see that again. But spending a bit too much on a watch, fuck it. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. It's often, you know, if you're happy, you love your watch, that's all that matters. It doesn't matter. Paid a bit. So what? So what? So what? You learn. You learn, okay? You learn, okay? You learned. And you got a good deal on the Sea Dweller there. So that's all that really matters. So you're happy. That's the most important thing in life. We are only here for a short time. So as long as you are really happy, that's all that matters. So don't be too hard on yourself. It's a great collection. I really like it. It's a nice little collection. And you should be really happy with it. So well done. I'm Archie Luxury. This is the Archie Luxury channel. Tell me what you fuckers think of that. Nice one, Archie. Great review. Great review indeed.
We specialize here in pre-owned Rolex watches. Rolex watch is a very special timepiece, and we always do the servicing exactly as factory specifications. We buy a pre-owned piece and we put it into brand new condition. We have Rolex certified technicians working on that. We completely disassemble the piece. We adjust and polish and change every single part of the watch.
You have to have certified watchmakers that know what they're doing. If you have an expensive car, you're just not going to bring it to any mechanic that doesn't know what they're doing.
You spend $5,000, it's like if you put money in the safe deposit box. And 1 or 2 years from now, you will keep having your $5,000. We have to spend a lot of money to get all this equipment together, but makes me feel I'm doing what I'm supposed to do. It's not a question of money, it's my passion.
Jewelers on time, simply the best.